Brian Squarespace.com is not how you say the name of our sponsor, Squarespace, but god damn it, wouldn't that be a hilarious name? When they're talking about Abraham Lincoln and his decision to move in troops, and then Abraham Lincoln's like, you know what, screw this, bros, let's go tubing! It's stinking flesh that we call your program, NSFW show, is currently being devoured by flying parasite sponsors. Okay. Do you want to be a fancy gentleman and drive and get a baguette from the local cafe?
Back in 1945, my grandfather died texting while driving.
When I said it, I was like, I thought you were going to criticize me for being too fanboy, but you apparently want to criticize me for being too erudite. Absolutely. Well, Brian, congratulations. This is a sting. I'm undercover as a Squarespace officer, and you just got busted for not knowing. You got straight cold busted for not knowing about the great service of Squarespace. Like, if, let's say, I were to text you while you were driving, and I said, LOL, what an idiot, you got crab hands instead of real hands, crabby, idiot hands.
Yes.
Then it will read that for you in this voice. LOL, idiot, crab hands, you have idiot crab hands. No, what, you wearing a wire? Don't trust your drug dealing business to any old web hosting service. No, okay. Sure, you can have a hard drive farm and just have as many of them as you would have clones, which you would one day seize strategically positioned government and federal buildings until you took control of the nerve cells that run this very economy and government. You know, you could have all of them just sitting right there, but it wouldn't do you a lick of good if the feds came in, gassed your family, and stabbed them all with a bloody knife. You know, it's a little project I've been working on. It's a comedy site where I walk up to random people on the streets of major metropolitan cities and throw hot coffee in their face. Offer code NSFW, Squarespace.com. It's available after you die. Ding!
I'm only gonna watch it on my Xbox.
You have a Nintendo Wii?
Yes, I do.
You can watch it on
All right,
that
but
too.
wait, hold on.
I'm
What if
watching on my
somebody shot
Xbox,
your
though.
Xbox?
That's
You hear
right.
that? Ghost of Henry Ford? All up.
Brian beats his daughter.squarespace.com. I know where I'm already bookmarking, so I can make sure Thanksgiving and every day forward, I can get all the exclusive content of you just beating the hell out of that. That not even the most ardent collection of long dong TSA pick lookers on will be able to crash my site, meatpackers.squarespace.com.
Computers.
Are circles not allowed here?
Right.
It doesn't matter if you send it to the president and the president laughs so hard he tweets it out and it gets crushed with traffic because, Brian, on squarespace.com, they have robust web hosting that is balanced for loads that we have not even comprehended yet. Yes, folks, you can go ahead and try to take that mother down, and you will, face the unfortunate reality that resistance is futile. Brian, we're trying to reduce the complication on the show. Carbonite.com, preferred by SIDS. 2-to-1. You don't want to be monkeying around with that Tumblr nonsense where it goes down and 14,000 hipsters are all up on their MySpace pages screaming and yelling about how they can't update their photo blog of putting sweaters on cats. No! Because, you might not want to own a gigantic gun collection, right? But who doesn't at least want a friend who owns a gigantic gun collection? You don't call McNuggets chicken pieces. Okay. You don't call my bagels.
Okay,
you call them tubicles.
Jubicle.
Squarespace looks you right in the eye and says, put that PayPal right back in your pocket, goddamn. We're
Side of
talking
your
about
house.
the day you bury that $100,000 in blood money in Peoria, Illinois. Make sure that your favorite candidate knows that you're handy with the Photoshop and you're ready to take some coin. Dearest Mr. Rooker, 'tis I, Justin R. Young. You might remember it from our latest correspondence on my broadcast, NSFW, with my compatriot, Brian Thunder Brushwood. Legal documents, let's say plans, schematics, all the research you have to create a clone army that eventually you're going to overthrow the government with. Personalized traffic alert. So if you want to, let's say, avoid the fish market, you can make sure you do.
You know what happens to your rate?
I don't, but you do. It's called Elderly Drunk Party Pics. Yeah, I don't. I actually just eat dinner and then I spit on the floor and leave. So make sure that no matter what the crowd that's coming all up in your business at once,
just trying to widen that hole as large as it can. No, please, everybody right now, go ahead to your computers and go to squarespace.com and make sure that you use the promo code NSFW at squarespace.com. Like an enraged, crack-smoking rhino barreling through the center of town, being shot by tranquilizer dart after tranquilizer dart. It will not stop. No, listen, folks, Squarespace does not like being compared to a white slavery ring. And you should not set up white slaves for less.squarespace.com. Squarespace.com for all of your jingling and jangling gay sex skeleton movies.
There's no
Slice
excuse.
the belly of Dreamweaver and leave it in a ditch because you don't need it anymore thanks to Squarespace.com.
Yes, you did. You tried to stream it. And Netflix don't like to be streamed by anybody but happy subscribers that can go to netflix.com/twitch and sign up for it. You have to bring it to some crazy filling station where a hippie's gonna try and massage your feet.
Now, Tom Merritt is literally melting a hard drive because he don't care. He ain't scared. He's on carbonite. Well, here's the thing with the Ford Sync. If you don't have one, you're probably going to die really soon. Oh, I'm sorry. Brian, I thought I was a rank amateur. Sure.
9 times out of 10, the crowd would be so dissatisfied by your daughter's performance that they would just start throwing things at her.
Okay.
Now listen here, all right? We got the new ad phrase for you. It's gonna carry into the next millennium. Ladies and gentlemen, Netflix, this is awesome.
And you might be tempted to use other offer codes. Well, I got 2 hands. And they're ready for punching.
That is, of course, unless you're too busy photoshopping pictures of Jackie Joyner Kersey serving kicks to Sarah Lane. In that case, you should probably go to Jackie Joyner Kersey serving kicks to Sarah Lane.squarespace.com and see what this product is all about. Squarespace was invented by aliens who built the pyramids. I'll tell you what, folks, if you're pushing that weight, don't let your website crash. Use Squarespace for that app. Yes, Brian! You've saved it! You're doing it, Brian! You're doing it!
I do it because there's so much goddamn value in Squarespace. It makes me cry.
Oh, geez, I don't even know. I mean, I would have to just take a shot in the dark and say Squarespace.com. Not only does it give me all the tools and options that I need to make sure that all the candidates are photoshopped with both a live boy and a dead girl, but also
Justin.
they have commerce options for which when somebody pays me to take them down, it goes quick and easy.
Sponsor Mag at Squarespace.com, Brian.
Take it from my grandfather, Oliver Robert Young. He trusts his life to Carbonite.com. You hear that, feds? His life. Listen. Okay, whatever. You want to say it sounds like the plot of episode 2, Attack of the Clones? Well, I think that's a little ridiculous, and I can give my friend who looks like a gigantic blob face who runs a diner to let you know that this is completely an original idea, and I've taken it from nobody. Here's what you do. While the electric company's sleeping, you steal their electricity and they wake up in the morning and none the
That's not what they're...
Ford Sync automatically calls 911 instead of you using your stupid crab handles to go crab your life away. My grandpa, who was a bootlegger and a pirate, and left a trail of blood and corpses as he hid his treasure. And where did he hide it? Well, on his hard drive, Brian. And you can't just leave that to chance or the feds. You gotta back it up off-site. And that's why my grandpa, who had at least 3 warrants and 12 unsolved murders behind him, uses Carbonite.com.
Did you say your grandpa was a pirate?
Let's celebrate it. Even if we're all going to hell in a handbasket and shredding our civil liberties, doesn't mean you ain't got a huge rod.
That's what Squarespace does, and now you're going to jail.
Turns out...
You don't have to vote for Eisenhower to have a Squarespace.com account.
And then I start crying again. I have tears rolling upon other tears as my shirt soaks through, revealing just a disgusting, hideous body. Squarespace.com. Offer code NSFW8.